Anyways, welcome to Things You Can Do, because of course, if I can do it, you can do it too. We're just gonna be chilling today. It's gonna be chilling. You're gonna be chilling. I think this little man over here is playing some video games. I could at least work on some design. Actually, watch a few videos as well. There's one girl that I wanna check out on one of my Udemy course instructor. She does have a YouTube post that she kind of made an announcement, and I want to see it because it seems interesting. So we're gonna look into that. Anyways, hopefully you guys have been having a wonderful New Year's. 2023 is here, and if we are alive, it's definitely a privilege. I mean, I see it as a privilege. Not just a privilege, but a blessing. You know, I am not privileged by any means, because, you know, I am me, and I don't think myself higher than anybody or better than anybody. And it's indeed a blessing to be alive. But anyways, let's jump into this. You are seeing my YouTube. I make sure that everything is at least good on that end. Let's do this though. Show you this. We are gonna look. I am gonna look at this particular video. As you can see, I have Figma up as well. We're gonna be working on some Figma UX challenge. Actually, let me edit the name. Just chatting. Just chatting is good. Just chatting while doing some design. Some designs and doing some design and doing some designs. Let's put some hashtag here, UI. So yeah, I mean, we are alive, and indeed it is a blessing to be alive. And I am grateful. I am grateful for every single day I get up and I can at least, you know, I feel somewhat myself. Not every day I get up, I feel myself. Some days I get up, I'm very tired. Some days I get up, I'm very out of it, you know. But if we were supposed to wait for the days we feel awesome to do the things that are awesome, then I think we're going to be doing it on an inconsistent basis, you know what I mean? It's not going to be consistent, and people won't trust us or believe in us, because we're very inconsistent, right? Meaning, not if we're gonna wait until we feel our best to do it, it's probably gonna happen at the occasion, see? Because we don't always feel our best to, you know, we don't always feel our best. A lot of days I feel like I am like absolutely out of it. But this is Lindsay Marsh. Hopefully I said that last name right. I do have a course that I purchased from her, and I did subscribe. I don't know if I subscribed to her channel. Yes, I am subscribed. Oh no, actually I didn't. But I have I think I may have subscribed to her newsletter. So she does send me, or the fact that I have her course, she does send me like announcements and so on. Let's just turn down the music a little bit and just jump into what she has to say. Let's get this music down. Let's hear what she has to say. She's pretty awesome, by the way. Her course is one of the biggest courses I have and owned on Udemy, and she's very thorough. The course is about, I think, branding. I could share that with you another time, probably not today. What am I looking for? The stream. Let's make sure that you guys can at least hear it as well. Still think the music is a bit too loud, it seems. Let's turn it down a little bit more. In fact, let's keep it up, and then we're gonna pause it. We're just gonna jump into this one video. I'm not gonna do a review of it, but I'm gonna watch it because I want to see what her announcement is. She did post this. When did she post this? YouTube has changed. All right, so here's when she posted. 44 views. She posted an hour ago. All right, let's see what Lindsay has to say. We give her a thumbs
I
up.
have over 25,000 Instagram followers, and I'm in the design space, specifically the graphic design space. And I wanted to show you guys some tips and tricks on how to grow on Instagram, growing your graphic design or design profile.
Okay.
The best thing you can do is trial and error to find out which types of posts and videos or reels does best. Well, I'm going to go over some of my best performing posts and talk about why they were good and why some of my other ones were duds.
She is telling the truth though. So with Instagram, as much as I kind of know how to get the algorithm going on Instagram, the thing with algorithms is that they change them very often. Zin, they change them very often. And not only that, sometimes I feel like they just blacklist you on their thing. Because remember, Instagram is about ads. Like all of the social media, even this is about ads. And if your channel isn't worth viewing or your content isn't worth viewing, then you're not going to show your content. Zin, you could be posting the best content. They won't. And a big part of them trusting you as well is consistency. If you're not consistent on Instagram. So then again, I don't know. Because I have the family vlog that is very inconsistent, but it does get viewed a lot. Like I can post a reel on the family vlog knowing that within a couple days it'll probably rank up, a little bit over 1,000, if not way over 1,000. And sometimes it's some simple videos. It get caught in the web. Somebody may share it, or a few people may share it, and then that's it. It gets viewed a lot. So as she said, trial and error. Keep doing different things just to to see what's best for your viewers.
So let's talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about what was the best performing post out of the last 5 years of posting on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be this one right here. It's got 5,268 likes and 65 comments. And what it is a carousel post, so you can have up to 10 carousel post slides. All of my top 5 performing posts are carousel slides.
Oh,
they're
she's
not
talking about
reels.
posts.
I have a
Posts?
couple of reels that did okay, but
Post as well is what's up, little man? My dog. Post as well is weird. Posts, people don't really like to see stills that much, man. Well, unless you're famous. If you are famous or you are like the top of what you do. So let's say you're a photographer and you take amazing photos, and they keep seeing amazing photos. You probably have a couple of reels as well that brought in a bunch of your followers, but they constantly see amazing photos. They eventually start getting up there. But again, trial and error. Let's see what she has to say though. I'm going to keep cutting in because I really don't want to seem as if I'm just watching her video. You know how it goes. Yeah, we kind of have to interject to kind of balance me and her. It's to stay out of the red. You know what I mean? I don't know if, honest to God, I really don't know the copyright rules when it comes to YouTube. I still need to read that through. But it's good to not just have the video play. So if I watch this 20-minute video, it took me 30 minutes, should be at least 10 minutes of me talking.
it's mostly non-video format. And what the big trick is most of these are highly educational and informational, enough where people will bookmark it and save it, and then all of a sudden
and
the
use it.
Instagram algorithm will start to serve your post to more people because they are seeing it as valuable. And
There we
they're
go.
saving it and bookmarking it. That's the most important thing. So as you can see, just really highly packed with information. Probably the most of any of my posts I've done. Just try to really provide tons and tons of information in just one place so they don't have to sit there and be spoon-fed these small little bits of information. They can have a post where they can get everything about that particular topic. And of course, at the very end, I try to do some kind of
Now
plugging.
this is pretty dope though. She even shown it, just just how to lay out. What is this? It is planning and organization of a design before the graphic. Okay, yeah. So it's just like, for example, me doing Figma. It's like you create a prototype. A low fidelity prototype would look something similar to that. It's like if I'm creating a website or application, you really kind of just put some placeholders. Sometimes you can add fonts and so on. But anyways, long story short, this is good information. Like, yeah, absolutely. I can see how this got a lot of views because it's decent information, if especially if you're trying to jump into the design field.
At the end, but I try not to advertise in these informational posts too much. I want it to be not self-promotional because that would defeat the point of trying to get this to be shareable and bookmarkable. So let's look at the insights on this. This is a big number, and I don't know if I can ever beat this number. I hope I do someday, but 359,000
Yeah.
people reached on this one. That is a huge number. That's almost 500,000 people with one little post about layout design. But it was so informational that people shared it, and it wasn't too promotional.
And I like that she's sharing this too. Like, this is useful. You know, she's not just coming on YouTube just like, you know, she's actually showing useful information. And you can see the breakdown too of the post, you know, from home, from explored. Look, this is what she brought in through hashtags. And others could be whatever other thing, could be somebody sharing it, you know, through a link. You know, follows. She got 3,000 follows from this. What? So yeah, definitely. This is like, she got this much followers out of one post. That's amazing, actually.
So they felt like they could share it with their audience and not feel like they're sharing an ad or advertising me. So what I like to look at is profile visits. So there was almost 3,000 profile visits. That's 3,000 people that could come check out my other stuff and check out my other work.
I thought this would be more important to her.
12,220 bookmarks. Holy moly!
And the bookmarks too, it means a lot. As again, she's going crazy, but I thought that this would be simple. Hear what she says though. She's probably going to say it.
Is a lot of people that save this for later. That means this post is somewhere on somebody's saved list, and they can always go back to it later. That is the most important metric of everything is bookmark.
Really?
Then it goes to shared. Then it goes to comments. Then it goes to likes. Although shares always, you know, kind of gets those numbers up higher for you. So let's look at this for a minute. From the 383,000 impressions, 212 was from home, 106.
But this number 2 is impressive. If she got this through people like, oh yeah, let me hear what she says. I imagine that this came from her no, it's not profile view. Home. Oh, like they actually were on their home thing scrolling. Let's see.
Was from Explore,
Let's see
and
if that's it.
only 4,500 are from
The hashtag
hashtags,
was
which
dirt.
means hashtags can be nice to give you
The
maybe
hashtags were dirt.
5% more engagement.
But as much as the hashtag is that low though, that 4,000 hashtag multiplied because of what happened to it. So if people are sharing it from that hashtag, then it's multiplying. It depends on just how large that person's network. So I imagine that even probably an influencer got their hands on this, shared it, you know what I mean, and, you know, copied her onto it. And yeah, that hashtag, one of those persons alone could have done this for her. It depends on their network, you know. So if they share it and they're like a massive influencer on Instagram, then I imagine that it's gonna kick traffic, you know? It's gonna start ramping up because that one person just like took it for her. So yeah, this means a lot regardless, because, you know, if I get this much from my hashtag, I mean, I can check mines out, but this is a good number. Let's see what she says about it.
And exposure, but hashtags are just losing relevancy, and I still use them. I still pick some.
Yeah, no, that's where I think she went wrong. You know, I think that the hashtag, I don't know, because all these other numbers say other things, but I kind of feel like this could have been responsible for a lot of what happened to the video, because of what people do with it when they see it through the hashtag. You know, they could move it on. But let's see what she says.
Good mix of hashtags that are popular and maybe not as popular, but honestly, it's only 5 to 10% of my total exposure on Instagram. Let's
Unless they're
keep going.
counting the
Let's see what else
hashtag
was
as-
popular and what was unpopular, because I think we can learn a lot more from what was unpopular than sometimes we can from what was popular. So another popular one is very, very similar, and it's right here. It's very similar. It's a carousel.
So I'm not going to
It's
watch all
highly
this. I just kind of wanted to
information-packed. This
see
one
what
was
she
about the
says.
anatomy.
But at least you got an idea of what, to look for when you post on Instagram. And again, she says trial and error, which is important. I tell you, you dust your room once and once a week and you still get dirt. But what I really want to jump into is some design. I do have the design challenge that I'm following. Let's move this away. We're not going to watch all that video today. It's a long video and I don't want to watch all of it. Really and truly, they can show you all they want on Instagram and advise you all they want about Instagram. And OBS is already launched. And it might not work for you because it goes down to you as a creator to, So let's put it this way. They can, like, I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to social media and YouTube, but it goes down to how often I post. It goes down to the content I decide to post, and I know exactly how I could get my channel boosted. But do I have the time to get it boosted in that way? Yeah, yes or no. I can go through my YouTube and I know exactly one video, especially that brings in a lot of traffic. But in order to get content like that, I have to be a little bit more creative, right? And I have chosen not to be so creative. So, in other words, I would say I am my own demise. Is that the word we're looking for? I am the reason why I'm not where I should be, because I kind of understand the audience that I have. And I will start doing a little bit more in regards to the audience as well, because I do know my audience. I have an idea of the audience that I have and what they're looking for. But sometimes, it's like you're forcing people, right? It's like you're pushing. That's a problem. In social media, you can't really just push. You have to listen. Big part of what you're doing is listening to your audience. And if you could give people what they want, then they have no problem hanging out with you. They have no problem coming by. But anyways, design challenge, it will be right now. This was not a planned stream. By no means wasn't a planned stream, but there are some design challenges that I need to take care of. So let's daily UI is what I'm looking for, and it's gonna bring up number 7. Number 7 is settings. We are done with that, and all the thing that you need to do with settings right now, which is this thing, we did do the settings. And if you want, I can show you the prototype as well. There's something that's finicky about it, this back button. I won't get into it too much. I really don't care about how it functions as a prototype because I won't put it up as a prototype. I could in the future, which I may. But let's say I show you what this looked like on the prototype, and just real quick, and I can show you what something's up with it and I gotta fix it. Oh, did I break all the links? Yeah, it looks like I removed it. Because if I play this out, it's gonna get stuck. If I play this out, it will get stuck. So like this stuff, I need to clean that up, but I'm not worried about it again because I'm not really going into depth with this thing. So you see, it does function. These buttons do work. I could put a little bit more animation to these buttons as well, but I won't. Again, this is a design challenge. Really, it's to get you to do more design. Now, so when we press a back button, it should be going back, but it's not, because there's something wrong with that particular element. And I won't fix it on stream, not now. But anyways, this is done. This is challenge number 7, which challenge number 7 says create settings. Design settings for design settings for something. In this case, we designed the settings for our gaming platform app. And the settings that we extended on was the accessibility. So now in this accessibility settings, we can turn on the screen reader. We could turn on spoken assistant. And screen reader and spoken assistant. Spoken assistant is you speaking to it and it's relating or doing the commands that you speak. And the next setting I decided to build out on was the visible enhancement, which allows you to change your font height, and you can also magnify your fonts or your page. If your page is too small, you can magnify it up to 2 times. So this is done. This is completed. I'm going to delete this challenge as well. And let's see what the other challenge is asking us to do. Now, the other challenge is a 404 page. Design a 404 page. This is does it suit the brand style? Is it user friendly? It might sound mundane, but not everything can be flashed or glamour. Flash or glamorous. Every day, millions of people will be landing on 404 page. You have opportunity to help them in a way that's useful and what is this word? Aesthetically pleasing. I am big on aesthetics, and that is my defeat a lot of times when I'm designing, is that I like to see beautiful visuals, and because that's why I'm a visual designer, right? The end is all that matters to me. No, not really, but I always work to get to the end because I like visuals, right? I like visuals. I like visuals. See how I did this? I love visuals. I'm big on visuals. But anyways, let's do a 404 page. Now, what we can do first is like think of a brand. Now, let's say we were creating a 404 for this particular page, Gears for website. Now we can see some color theme popping out already: red, orange, blue. And in the logo, it's really orange and blue, but we are kind of incorporated that with the red. And just the visual style of this page, what would be suited for this? Now, this web page, I think, has a little bit of how would I describe this aesthetically? I'm not really good at that, but the layout is it's a modern layout, and it's a clean, kind of simple layout as well. Not too cluttered, you know, everything's organized and so on and so forth. So if you're doing a 404 for this, I could do the simplest 404 for this actually. And if you don't know what a 404 is, which I really don't know what the terminology, you know, what is a 404 page? Let's check it out, so we can know what we're talking about. What 404 error means. So 404 and other response status codes are a part of web hypertext transfer protocol response code. The 404 code means that a server could not find a client request web page, which means that if your website is down, it's good to have a 404. Now, something happened. It's an error. Means the URL is not was not found, and so on and so forth. So what would be a nice 404 for this? I'm not even going to think too deep into that. We're just going to create a easy, down and dirty 404 page, right? I'm not gonna take it too far. So let's do a frame. And we're gonna do 1080 by. As a matter of fact, let's do that. We're gonna size that up. Man, I haven't used Figma since the last time I came into Figma was really did any work in Figma was last year. To be honest, and last year is not like it's far away, but meaning that I didn't do much. I didn't do much throughout the holiday. Oh, the problem. Let me delete this. Yeah, I really didn't do much through the holiday. I just enjoyed the holiday. That's what it's for, right? So it's oh no. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the positions. So 1920 by 1080. All right, I was doing it the wrong way too. I was doing it like a mobile phone. All right, so that's a frame. We just want to do something simple. Do we want to put any sort of graphic in there? We could put some graphic in there. We don't have to. You know, we could put a little bit of design, maybe, I don't know. What could we do? Remember, we said we're gonna stick to simple. Simplicity, we could use the same text right here. Is it closed? Oh, this is the image actually. That one is an image. This one is not an image. We could borrow that. And I don't even remember how to bring things forward. We'll find out just now. Damn. See what happens when you... Sorry, so bring to the front is, yeah. So let's bring it to the front anyways, that button. If I can find it on my keyboard too, right? Actually, it probably won't work like this, so let's... Where is this particular frame though? Frame 9. Oh, it's white. It's already in the front. Alright, so just need to change the color. So what's we gonna do? We're gonna use maybe a bluish color. Let's start off with blue and see what happens. See if I like it. So let's start off with that blue. And a simple thing as 404. Let's see what a sample 404 looks like anyways. 404 error page. Let's see what one looks like and to get an idea. I mean, I've seen them. People make them put a little bit of humor in them as well. The page doesn't exist. 404 page not found. This one I like. The page you are looking for might have been removed. Add its name change or is temporarily unavailable. And you know what's cool about this 404 page is it gives you a home button. And I like that. The reason why I like that, because if the 404 doesn't exist and the person really wants to go back to the website, let's say your website logo or your website homepage button isn't located there or it's nowhere to be found, this button is good. Or let's say the person saw let's go back here. So now let's say Gears for website, even if this had a 404 issue, right? They went on a page that didn't exist, so on and so forth. Right? And let's say they even saw that logo, and let's say the 404 message came up, you know, let's send it at let's send it. Nope, it's not gonna send it. It's not gonna send it to this. It has to be sent it to this. And it won't work like that. Oh wait, this is what's good. So let's say that was the case, right? Now, let's say I end up on this 404 and I'm like, snap, what am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to retype it in? No, you give people an easy way how to like get back to the homepage, you know? Always give people, listen, when you're designing anything, always give people the easiest way to get things done. And as a designer, it is very important you think that way because, I mean, this is why you're a UX designer. It's you that's creating this experience for whosoever is going to visit this website, for the users. You want to make sure that as a designer you create that experience, give them that experience and say, oh, I love this experience, right? Let's put this down to maybe about 80, something readable. And what was the error message says? On page not found, right? 404 page not found. We don't really have to repeat 404. Just write page not found. I don't want to repeat that. Page not found. There is a way to extend this automatically. I think it's one of these. Align height and align width. There we go. So we can make that a little bit more smaller, maybe about 65 should look good. Again, I'm not trying to do anything fancy. And then in small notes, we're gonna put the rest of stuff. I like what they said. Here, the page you're looking for might have been removed, or had its name changed, or is temporarily unavailable. So we could do that. Let's go down to about 45 now. Getting a phone call. And I don't understand. I never answer numbers I don't know. So the page you are looking for. See, I have to look at my keyboard. I'm not. I never learned how to type. When I grew up, the first computer I owned was when I was about 24. And then I said, I never learned how to type. I just don't know why. I never thought it was, I don't know why, honestly. I really have no excuse. The page you're looking for might have been removed, had its name. The page you're looking for might now I'm getting messages, might have been removed, had its name changed, or is temporarily unavailable. One of those words are going to be wrong. A couple of those words are wrong, I can tell. So we're gonna center that again, and what we're gonna do is break this into pieces. So had its name change, removed, we could do like that. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that isn't too bad, right? Temporarily is spelled wrong. No, temporarily is right. Temporarily actually everything's spelled right. So want to make this a little bit smaller, so I say 35-ish looks good. Well, I won't try 30. Yeah, that looks a little better. And if you want to align everything, as a matter of fact, let's do this with this one. We did kind of shrink it on our own. Alright, so everything's sorted out, and we're gonna align them to each other. And now our button, take us back home. Now remember, I said that the logo, no, let's not rely on the logo to bring us back home if we hit a 404 page, but instead let's rely on clear information. Now this design to me is very useful. Clear information is always an important thing when in design. And as much as aesthetic matters to me, what did it say? Go home, right? Yeah, go to home page. So home page. When it comes to design, being very clear matters the most to your users. While aesthetics are very important, a beautiful website that is not functioning the way it should or pose difficulty for people to navigate, they'll hate the hell out of your web page. See, this could be smaller, 60. They hate the hell out of your page because they can't use it. It's very beautiful, but how useful it is to me if I can't get what I want to get done with ease. Now with this, we can just make this maybe orange. We can try orange and see what orange looks like. We could actually try blue and white. So let's do blue and white. I think blue and white's more appropriate. So go blue, and we're gonna do the text in white. Let's go white text. All right, that looks good. That looks very, very much like the thing. We could make this a little bit bigger, to be honest. No, that won't work. This is not this is not Illustrator. So let's go I don't know, 250. Now this won't be able to. We won't be able to center this horizontally. Uh, let's do horizontal, but we won't be able to center vertical. So that looks okay. 404. We should probably mention 404 error, right? We should probably put the word error in there. Nah, it's actually fine. You know, and we could go through a bunch of them, page and found, blah blah blah. You know, some people, I say, people get very creative with their 404, but some of them you won't find the homepage. You won't see back to homepage. You won't see that. Look at this. Google has it. See? Even cool. This one is so, I love this. And it's not the design so much because again, you can be as creative as you want. You know what I mean? Actually, I like the size of this. I should probably size it up to that. That big, nice, juicy 404. We need a big, nice, juicy 404, right? So go 500. Let's see what 500 looks like. And now it's too overpowering. We go, actually, it's fine. It's fine. Mm, 450. Yeah, 450 looks better. Let's get those lined up horizontally again. We're not going to worry too much about vertically. And let's make sure that our page itself uses... So you see the buttons, we want them to be similar. They're 250 wide. They are 60 high. What about the curve? How much is the curve? I'm not seeing my curves here. So because the curve is 10. Oh, I didn't see it on that one. Let's put this to 10, 60, and what is this? 250. It's a little smaller. And what we're gonna do as well is probably use the same text, the same font, which is Inter, and it's 25. So let's change this to, and the reason I'm doing that is because you want it to look similar to the others. Semi-bold, maybe light. My wife's calling me now. All right, just had to talk to my better half. All right, so our 404 is done and completed. I am not going to take it further than that. I think that's a nice 404. A pretty simple 404, but very useful. So we're going to name this frame our 404 page, error page. All right, so we have that done. All right, so our next design challenge, let's look into that real quick. We're not going to waste any time getting these done. See if I can do about 4 of them. Again, if you're coming through, thank you very much for coming through. We just completed this 404 for Gears website. We kind of just did it the way they have their thing done, you know? And I think it looks decent. Very clean, very simple, and it does the job of a 404. Again, you land on a page like this. Now your users are holding their head. What did I do wrong? What happened? At least they have this home page. They can say, all right, let's go back home to the home page. Boom. Maybe it was a typo that they did and it just doesn't exist. Maybe that particular part of your website is down. That page was removed. You know, whatever it is that gave them this 404 error. At least you're not chasing them away. You give them the option of going back to your home page. All right, so our next challenge, let's look into it real quick. We can delete this one. As we go by, we delete them so I don't have them. There's over 40 that I have not done. Now maybe about a little over 30. All right, so they want us to create a music player. This is going to be interesting, right? This might take us a little time or not. Let's look into that. So now I've never created a music player, but it could be something like Spotify. Is it Spotify? Yeah, Spotify or Amazon Music or Google Play. I'm a big Google fan, so let's look at Google. The reason why I like Google is not Google Play, Google Podcasts. The reason why I like Google is because Google tend to be very simple. Their thing is more elegant, but they do have very simple design. Now, am I saying that Google never makes a mistake in their design? They probably have. There's one thing I was going through that in my UX course when they were showing just how to create. I think it's how to create. Oh God, why can't I remember now? It's this option where you create a label, yeah, and it was kicking people's butt. It was really kicking people's butt how to create a label. And I'm guaranteed you go try to create a label in your in your Google Gmail account and tell me how successful you are. It's not easy, but it's very simple once you know how to do it, right? But I'm just saying that because it's as much as Gmail seems so clean, there are things that they could improve on. They haven't changed it either. As much as in the UX course, it's a Google UX course, and that was the task they gave to the people doing the usability test, and they couldn't. A lot of them they could get it done, but a lot of them complained that it was hidden, and they still haven't changed it. So, anyways, let's look at their player. This is Google Podcasts. Now, let's look what the player looks like. This is the home page, right? So you land on it. This is where I'm at. It'll show my subscription up top, which I like. Right away you're seeing what you've subscribed to and what I probably will go back to listen to. So a good idea is to put maybe their most frequently listened song or albums up top. So give them a feel like, this is personalized to suit their likes, the things that they like to listen on a daily basis. Yeah, it's easy to find. It's right on top. But at the same time, down here they start showing, popular and trending, like the podcasts that are popular and trending. And again, very simple. Very, very simple. Here we go. I don't know why it repeated down here, popular and trending. I don't know why they have this and then they have this. Because we already saw popular and trending in different tile shapes. But at the same time, they put it back here. So I don't know if that's a little redundant. Top podcasts in society and culture. Now they start going into categories. different categories, which I like. So this is probably, because now we can go into Spotify. Spotify to me is a little, I mean, all the real music players to me are a little bit complicated. They put too much. All right, so, all right, this is my user thing, right? Let's see how they sorted this out. So your top mix is probably all the artists that I've dabbled and listened to. I assume. See, I only can assume. So good morning. This is my last listen to, like my recent listen to, but it doesn't say it. It could probably say it. This side is very, very clean though. I like how they put their left navigation. It's very simple. Like this I can see and go through and understand. So home is home. If I wanted to search, I know where to search. My library is going to show what I've added. And yeah, I can create playlists. I can show my like songs as well, which is pretty nice. Means I'm going to, my like songs will probably be where I'm going to go back to, because I like these songs. I want to hear more of them. So I like this side panel here a lot. Very simple. And again, we could go to here, this explore, subscribe, queue. I mean, this is a podcast though, so it has different options. Help, content policy. I like that they put the settings in there too. Let me see if they did for Spotify. No, where is Spotify settings then? Now they put all the legal stuff all the way to the bottom. Probably I'll never get there. So settings are probably under here, which is typical as well. But you see, what is typical to me might not be typical to someone else, man. That's the problem that we make when we design. We think things are like, oh, I expect everybody to go under here to find their settings, which is not the case. You make the big mistake again of assuming. Why don't you just put it straight on the side where people can see it? Settings, you know, so they did well with this. Settings is right in clear sight that I can see it versus looking for it. So we're gonna use this kind of style. We're gonna say all of our side panels gonna have things that are clear versus me digging to find it. Like settings is very important. Let me see what's here again. Profile could be this whole thing. So very minute I click this, I go in my profile. Support should be to the side. Download I put to the side. Log in and log out could be on the settings. So you could actually just have this expand and go into log out. Well, not settings though. Not settings, download, support, upgrade, all that good stuff. What if I wanted to upgrade? Why did you just put it right? I can see it. You know? Actually, it's right there. So they didn't make the mistake of putting upgrade on the outside, so it's in clear sight. But other things are hidden, right? All right, we're not gonna put it in a hidden menu. And again, I hate this hidden menu, especially when you're on a desktop. You don't need to have it because you have enough room to put stuff. Anyways, let's get into the design real quick. So Spotify really isn't my go-to, but if I'm gonna create a music app, we kind of wanna have the tiles looking similar to there. So the first thing we're gonna do is do it actually we're just gonna do it from mobile. Let me shrink this page and see what this would look like on the mobile. It's probably gonna be even more difficult. No, it's not shrinking the way I want it to shrink. So let's connect my phone. Let's go on my phone. You're gonna know my business now. Do I have it on my phone? Spotify. Let's download that app real quick. Again, people, if you come through, thank you very much. We're just doing some designs here and listening to some chill lo-fi. Let me get Spotify. I actually found out a way how to get my little man to not bother me every 5 minutes. Actually, we do have the app. All right, we do have the app. So let's look and show you what the app looks like. This is the desktop version. We're going to jump in and see. Hopefully it shows, honestly. I'm not sure if it's going to be private. Let me see if I can actually get it up for you guys. If I can share it. I'm not sure if it's going to share. It's loading.
I just win.
You just win?
Yeah, I popped everybody
Really? And you came first?
Yes, I won.
See, as soon as I said his name, he came over.
Yeah, I won number 6.
So specific window. Let me see if I can do it. It probably won't bring it up, to be honest. Yeah. I'm not getting the option. But let's, you know what, better yet, to show it, let's do a screenshot and then we're gonna bring up the screenshots in. We're gonna paste this screenshot in let's share this with my Gmail. Oh no. Made a mistake. Let me share this first and then we're gonna look at what their app look like. And then we're gonna see if we like their app as well. Because or we could just do a desktop version, right? Make it easier. Let's do the app. I'm not gonna be lazy. So we're gonna share this with my Gmail. KNY. Should be over. And then we're gonna share also the Google Podcast with my So big thing is when you're creating, like say, an app as well. If you're gonna have if you're going to have a desktop version, is to start with the mobile, because the mobile is like the most crunched up version of your application. You're gonna have to really know how to make use of space. Remember, a mobile device is pretty small, has a pretty small screen, and you kind of, if you win on the mobile, the desktop won't be that difficult. All right, let's see if we can get these things up and I can show it to you what our mobile version of Spotify looks like. Gmail, let's get in the Gmail account real quick and we're gonna show it to you guys. Hopefully you guys can see it. All right, so this is our mobile version of this is the mobile version of our I can't even say it, of our Google Podcast, right? And let me make sure that it's showing on your end on the live stream. Yeah, you can see it. So we're gonna, and again, this is it is a mobile app, right? It is what it is. Again, it's a small screen, but how they align theirs, they still put my subscription up top. So every podcast that I've subscribed to, they make sure that's the first thing I see when I go in the application, which is the most important to me. I could care less about exploring other things. And yeah, it's even down at the bottom you see the home, you see explore. So if I want to explore now, I can hit the explore button, and that's going to expand on a variety of different podcasts that I probably will be interested in. And then of course you have library. Let's look and see what Spotify looks like. Spotify. Where did it go? Now here's Spotify. Spotify still has the same look. Now on their mobile app, they did good. You can see the settings logo over here. Or not logo, icon. I don't have a logo. Shoot. So you have the setting icon notification. I don't know what that does, to be honest. Let's look and see what that bell does. I'm telling you right now. Hit that bell. I'm telling you right now what that bell does. Oh, so the bell shows you what's new. How could we represent what's new? Maybe it created a tile. But anyways, some music podcasts. Now their app is looking good. So we're gonna do something similar to their app, to be honest. Their app is looking good. I'm not too big on their desktop, but let's create their app. So first thing we want to do is to create a new frame again, because everything is in their individual frame and not mixing them up. And let's go to large Android. I'm a big Android guy because that's what I own. All right, this is what we're going to start off with. Now we need some pictures. Again, if you are looking for free pictures or images, you can go to Pixels. They're royalty free. I think you can use them for commercial. And we're going to find some headshots. Headshot. Some headshots. And we're gonna she looks like an artist, right? We're gonna find some people that look like they could be, could be singers and rappers, and she looks, yeah, we're definitely going to steal this one. Now, when you use these, make sure that you know, do something to kind of attribute. So it'll tell you, show some love. You could actually give them a tip as well. You know, you really don't have to put a link in for these, but sometimes show them some love. You know, I've never showed them love, to be honest. I post pictures on here as well. Nobody's ever showed me love, and they do use my footages. But I'm not saying, I'm not saying because I've never gotten love, you know, I'm not going to show some love. But anyways, you might not. You know, it depends. We can use her as well. We can use her. She looks nice. She could look like a little musician there. Like she's, even her. I find a lot of women. I want some dudes as well. A lot of women headshots, man. What happened to the guys? My man here look like a rapper. Yep. Where is it? Come on. So we have 1, 2, 3, probably get about 6, or probably about 8 pictures would do us well. My man here too looks like Biggie Smalls. See it? You can use him. Oh, my man here looks pretty out there. All right? Looks pretty out there. Say thanks. Yeah, we'll say thanks. How many pictures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures. We need 3 more. Give me 3 more. Give me 3 more pictures and I'll be happy. This looks like an album cover, right? This is a pretty dope picture. Her, we can use her. Actually, yeah. Could use this one of her. That's the same person. So subtracting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 more. We need 2 more. 2 more pictures. We want a nice little, we could use this one. I like this one. I actually use some of these pictures as well for my websites when I design them. You know, but definitely check out the copyright aspect of it. We gotta use my man's right here. All right, cool. We have 8 pictures, right? We should have 8 pictures. Yep, all together 8. All right, so let's get it done. We're gonna create some tiles when we get there, but first we need a layout. If we say we're gonna follow the Spotify version, we're gonna need an icon, which I could steal, the gear icon. Notification bell. I don't need that. Only thing I'm gonna really use is the gear icon, to be honest. I really don't want that bell. Because if the bell is to show you what's new, then I'm gonna put what's new, the word what's new, so people know exactly what's new. Don't keep it a secret. Don't put it in the bell. I mean, you might get curious and press the bell, right? We only assume that people are gonna get curious and press that bell. Actually, let's move this thing right under here so we can, you know. We can only assume that people are gonna say, "Oh, what's new? Is this bell?" I bet. Actually, I should have duplicated that. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna use this. We're gonna use this. Now we need a theme. Let's not worry about the color too much yet. Let's get the lays out nice and cleans. Let's do gray for this for now. This background, let's go gray for now, right? Just to be able to, let's go to a dark gray. It's not gonna stay like that, I promise you. I promise you it won't stay gray for long. Let's go darker. Can I change the color of this thing? Let's try. I think this is one of those weird things where I wasn't able to change the color. I downloaded it instead of versus making it, but I can change the color. Nice, perfect. All right, let's put that there for now. All right, so Spotify does tell you good morning. And I like that. I like that they personalize it, right? But could I say good morning? Or could I say even something a little bit more personalized? Look at this. I think this is a little bit more personalized. Let's go text, right? Say good morning. I say hello. Kenny, that's my name. You didn't know? I think that's a little bit more personalized, right? Let's go, hello, Kenny. Now every time I open the app, it's telling me hi. You know, I feel good. Hey, this thing recognizes me. Damn, I like that. Hello, Kenny. So we're gonna make that a little smaller than that, maybe about 25. 25 should be all right. Should be. We could adjust it. 25. We'll find out whether or not we have a limited space to work with doing. But we want it big enough so people can see it. And I don't know if I really like. Let's go back to Inter. I like that one. And we're gonna do medium. Intermedium. Hello, Kenny. Hello, Kenny. I like that. Scale this up just a little bit more. And we're gonna put this aligned with that. Now, what are we gonna do? If this is a music application, again, we like the idea of you showing me all of my stuff that I'm interested in. So it could be, in this case, you know, my most recently listened to albums. So, Kenny, let's talk about what you like for a second, right? So we're gonna go and create some tiles. Now we want to make sure that these tiles are not too big. How do we want our tiles? I like square tiles, right? I think I like square tiles. 60 by 60 might be too small. I think the 90 look good, right? 90 by 90. Let's see how many of these things we could get next to each other. We could probably get those 3. Not too bad, right? And then we could put some we could probably arrow over, maybe. We'll probably arrow over, why not? So let's do this. Pen tool. All right, so we draw that. We can draw that in. It don't look good. We gotta fix it. You could cheat this as well. You could like use a triangle. Like I don't like it because I can obviously see the flaw. So what you could do is, see, I don't really like this particular, what am I doing? Use a polygon. And then what I usually use is, I don't know if there's another way of doing it. People who are Figma experts, meaning you've done this for years, hit me up. Hit me up, please. Hit me up. Hit me up. Teach me something. And I'll use this just to be able to do that, right? It's a lot of work. There has to be a more efficient way how to do it. But yeah, and that's a little better. Bam, 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 and let's go like so. So maybe just get rid of this one, and we're gonna use this one actually, because we already at the furthest we can go to the left side. So like that. All right. We're gonna size that up, make that a little bit more thick. Maybe about 3. What 3 looks like. Nah, 3 is too thick. Let's go to 2 and make it that. All right. So now let's get some pictures in this to give you an idea. Again, I'm a visual person. I like to see visuals early out, which is a downfall, to be honest. Try not to think too much in visuals. It'll set you back big time, but because I'm a visual person, this is how I do things. And I'll give you a little bit of gratification as well. Why not? Gratify your eyes, show you a little bit of visuals. We're going to choose an image, right? Now we downloaded a bunch of these images. Now you're going to see my business as well. It doesn't matter. Let's just select one of these things. I don't know what is going to come up. My man. All right, so Let's also position this. How do we position this again? I forgot, you know. I freaking forgot. Da 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 da. See what I'm saying, man? You don't use this thing for a little bit and you forget things. You forget what? Where is this option? Where is this freaking option? Oh my goodness. Let's find it. Let's find it. Let's find it. It's not stroke effect of export. It's not right clicking either. We'll get there, don't worry. We didn't fail yet. Fill tile, fit the tile. Crop, here we go. So I'm gonna position this in a little better. Let's we can't crop it down to the left or right. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna make it look crazy. I think that looks all right. Right? And what's cool too, you can actually do a little bit of changing of the image in this. You know, you could mess around a little bit with your images. That's why I like Figma. Figma is like the tool, man. I'm not lying. It's made me kind of not want to use Illustrator. You know, because of how easy it is to use Figma. Anyways, do we want our tile to be squared? Let's check. Let's see what. Then again, Spotify never really used this kind of shape tile. I'll keep it like so, but we could do some rounded edge like that, right? I think rounded edge is always nice. So maybe do a little bit of rounded edge on these, maybe like so. What do you think? All right, so that's one image in there. That's one of my artists that I listened to recently. But do we need a name? Do we need to put the names of it? We could probably put some names in there, right? I think putting some names in there would be worth it. So we're gonna put some names under the bottom of these, right? We could. Let's do text, and now I don't know. Make up some name of the song. We could call this guy Travis Brown. Make up some name on the fly. Why not? And let's scale that down to about 18. Let's see. No. That's 180. 18. Nope. We could go 12. Yep. Travis Brown. Why not? My man, Travis Brown. Now, Travis Brown, if you do see this, forgive me for using your name. We'll keep it dark for now. I feel like it's going to be a dark background. I like dark themes like so. You see, like I use this and I have a nice little gradient going to the top and all that stuff. By mistake, by the way. This was all a mistake by accident. You know, I didn't really plan it. So Travis Brown, and we're going to call this, give his album a name. Yeah, give this album, I don't know, Chicken Eggs or I don't know, give it a sample. I can't be bothered. Sample tray. Right? Make that a little bit smaller as well, maybe 9T, yeah? 9, a little bit smaller. 8. I think that looks all right? That looks all right. Or center. Should we center it like so? Yo, what's good, Mr. Cannon? Big up again, you. Thank you for coming through, man. Appreciate your time, bro. Always appreciate your time for coming through. Anyone that's here, actually, I appreciate your time for being here with me. Going through some Figma designs as usual. Not as usual, because I haven't been here for a while. I've neglected y'all. Look, you can even adjust your images here. I want it a little bit darker, man. I like dark. Let me put up the contrast a little bit. Temperature could be a little bit warm as well. I like warm for this picture. Tint, none, highlights. Let's keep the highlights up. Shadows, we could drop the shadow a little bit more. See what that looks like. That works. All right, so Travis Brown, man. Travis Brown with its sample tray. Let's align it to the left and see. We're gonna decide what we're gonna do with the alignment. To be honest, I'm not sure as yet. I could copy these tiles, this one tile, and just keep doing it, which is probably what I'm gonna do. But leave that for now. We're gonna move on to the next. We have one visual idea of how we want it, because we're gonna use this as our way on. All right, but the layout should be like this. This wants to be a little bit smaller as well. I can tell you that this wants to be a little smaller. See, I can tell you that wants to be a little smaller. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah. All right, so next section. This is my most recent listen to, right? I jump in, I see the first thing on my songs that I've been listening to, or album or artist or whatever, however they want to sort it, right? That's what we've been listening to, and that's what I probably will listen to again when I jump in. Now, what's a good thing to see after that? Let's go and look. Why can't I find it? If you wonder what I'm looking at, there's two screens. So maybe the next would be, and again, what I love about these apps, and Spotify did a good job with it, is that they start personalizing the things. The more you listen to a particular artist, the more of the art, that type of music and genre they'll start showing you, right? Now my name is like so. And we are missing some things, you know. We are missing some things, but let's bring this down a little bit. I'll show you what we're missing. And I do like this, what Spotify did. Let's just get it in there from now. So we're gonna go to, because if we're doing music, they did say a music player, right? We're doing more than a music player here. So music. Podcast, music podcast. What else do they have that is audio again? Podcast. What else do we have that is audio? Audiobooks. Wow, I didn't know Spotify did. I didn't know they did audiobooks, but you could do that as well. Why not? We're not trying to recreate the wheel here. It's just a practice. The more you practice designing, the better you get, right? We're actually just looking at what they have here as options. Audiobooks, why not? A little bit of audiobooks is good. Audiobook is one word. Like so. We could put these in some buttons, and we probably will. Now, see, what's bugging me is that this name is not aligned with that, like so. And that looks a lot better for my eyes when it comes to alignment, right? We're probably gonna put these in buttons. We probably should do it now. Should we? Let's go rectangle, boom, boom, boom. And we're gonna put that behind. To put it behind, I forgot what the key is called, the bracket. And what we should have done is now freaking just copy this along, but we didn't decide to do that initially. So you see how you do work? Now I could have done like so, and then start copying this across, right? That would have been more efficient. But I didn't. Align these two. Like that. And like so. And then we're gonna make this another, to make the edge around 10. It's too much in this case, so 2. We could keep it that color for the time being. We could just make it, keep it that color for the time being. Maybe lighten it up a little bit closer to white, so we can at least see that it's there. Yeah, that can work. Worst case, we fix it. Worst case, we fix it, right? Hopefully everything can hold in the same size, and nope, unfortunately not. So we're gonna squeeze this out a little bit like so. And we're gonna work on these people. Actually, let's just do that. Oh, nope. Let's move this over just a bit, just for them to be evenly distributed. That looks all right. We're not done yet. That looks all right though. Looks all right for now. For now. Anyways, so we're gonna move on to our top Or you know what? Personalize it like Shopify does. I mean, I keep on saying Shopify, like they're freaking selling goods. Spotify. So we could say your top picks, maybe. I don't know. Top picks. Top picks a good way how to say that. Or your top picks. And then we get some more tile. Now that we know what our tiles are gonna look like, you copy that down and then copy these across, right? See, it's aligning to that one. It's aligning to this one as well. And then like so. Maybe two rows of that. I don't really want to kill it too much though. I want some space because then I want to do another one. This is too big as well. We're going to scale that down to 20. Yeah, make that a little bit smaller than our actual welcome thing. And also move it a little bit over. All right, that looks somewhat decent. But why would we do this when we can always put the arrow in there, right? So maybe one row of it should be fine. Let's see. Yeah, one row should be fine. And then what I would like to squeeze in here as well is this. Very important. And we're going to make it a little bigger. Show all. Show all. I was saying, do we need a show all if we have the arrow? Yeah, you could still have a show all. What if the arrow is only showing the most recent 6 or 7? Now you can show all and you could get maybe about a month or a year or however you could filter it out, what you've been listening to, you know? And we're gonna make that 12 maybe. No, too big. What about 10? Yep, 10 looks all right. And we're gonna do the same for this. We could use this down here as trending. Popular, and trending. So show all could go under here as well. We don't want it interfering with this. We want it to look separate, and it's not going to look separate, to be honest. So we have to figure out a way how to do it. And a way how to do this would be putting it on top, right? Yep. Because that's on top now, it's interfering with just how the things look. Now remember, I forgot what there's actually a theory, you know, but I forgot what the theory is called. So if things are close together, people assume that they are the same. So like you see this, you assume that all of this is one thing. So now if this is too close to this, it could do that as well. So you want to have evenly spaced stuff, things evenly distributed, that people don't get confused. Remember, users are different age, different mindset, different technical background. You know, people, they might not know anything at all about what you're actually showing them. And now it's probably your first experience actually using any application like this. So you have to kind of, I don't know if I really want that too many of these arrows, to be honest. I don't know if I like the arrows even. Let me see something. The only thing the arrows does is kind of give you, you know, let's do this. I don't know if I like the arrows that much, to be honest. Let's try to see if this will work. We're gonna try. It'll work. So what we're gonna do is put in a horizontal slide, right? You see how that looks good? That looks much better, right? But then the show all needs to be all the way to the end. right? Let's get rid of this not bother you anymore. It's bothering me. It's also bothering me that you're seeing the same face, right? Bothering me as well. They're all 8. This one is 7. We'll figure that out, though. We'll figure it out. Let's just make sure that my man is not like falling out of, which he is trying to fall out of my frame. That's not what I want. If it's giving me problem, we always can use this one. See? I ain't got time for it. But I should have made a duplicate of it. Here we go. All right, let's go to the next thing that we can add. I feel like these are a little too big. Maybe putting them down to 18. Yep, that looks a lot better. Yep, that looks a lot better. As we, oops, what the hell did I do? And as we move along and we start establishing how we want our things stay, we just start using back the same elements, see? All right, what else could we add? Recommended for today? I don't know, trending, popular, today's big hip. We could probably do, if I'm a big hip hop kind of guy. And you see how we're not thinking either? This needs to be labeled. Recently played. Recently played. And I feel like our tiles are too small as well. I'm gonna tell you if I could fix that, if I feel like I want to fix that. Remember, we didn't commit to anything yet. So we can change our own stuff, see? We didn't commit to anything yet. This is just to like do a low fidelity, high fidelity-ish looking thing. Because it really looks like a high fidelity because I'm adding images and so on. But it gives me, as I say, I'm a visual person. It gives me a better feeling about the design while I'm doing it. So last thing we could add, because the thing is we could keep scrolling down as well. But because this is just a design challenge, we're not going to go too far down. So we're probably going to add one more. And maybe a top 10. Top 10 hip hop. All right. That's that. Now let's start making this thing look real. The tiles I think could be a little bit bigger. So when I say a little bit bigger, maybe let's move that out of the way. Put this over here. No, maybe like that. What is this? So go maybe 125 and 125. I'll put 120. I think that size looks good. Don't worry, we're gonna delete everything, but it's a pretty quick and easy fix. Let's see if our text matches now. It's still not bad. It looks okay. So let's shift that over. Like so. Now we're getting into the design, right? And we're gonna have to do that for all of this. But let's do a row at a time. Let's find we did have only 8 images though, which is not a lot for what we're gonna do. Let's put in another face. Oh, she's scrunched up. She is scrunched up. which I don't know why. So are we gonna really have to adjust each? Probably. Let's go to how do we adjust these again? Crop. I don't know why she came in with that poor dimension in. We can fix it though. Yep, that looks all right. And then it doesn't have a background. Is it the transparent background? I doubt it. Oh no, she's just in a gray background. All right, that works anyways. So that's that. So actually, I have a better idea. For this section, we're probably gonna just make the tiles big. And then for the other section, we could keep the tiles a little bit smaller. Let's see how that looks. So anyways, let's make another thing. Again, it doesn't wanna stay in the frame. See, it's trying to fall out of the frame. Screw it. Sometimes it works. What I did was just drag it from the side panel. And then we're gonna put whose face now? Let's choose another picture. Third one down. Man, they did not come in good. I'm gonna have to freaking adjust all of them. All right, doesn't matter. It's really not hard. It's not gonna be perfect, obviously, but visually you won't be able to see the problem. I know what it is. My mistake was to use headshots, people. Now the reason why you shouldn't use headshots because headshots are pretty close up. When I adjust it, it's gonna take away. If I spread it out, it's gonna make it either too big, where you're not really seeing the neck or shoulders. What I should have used are like full images. What I should have used are full images, and I made a mistake with that. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Use full images if you do something like this. Now, obviously, it's not gonna be prototype. I'm not gonna worry too much about, you know, just people not being able to see the rest of it. But this doesn't look right. I'll tell you that now. That does not look right. But am I gonna do it over? No. Let's figure it out. Let's play with what we have. We're committed to at least the images. I'm not gonna search any more image. See, that one came in good because that picture was big. Yeah. You need something to eat? What do you want? You want more cheese, dude? You know you're lactose, right? I'll give you more cheese, guy. All right. So my man's asking for cheese. I'll give him cheese shortly. So we're gonna call her maybe some initial TKO. Blue Rider. T dot. Let's do it that. Looks official, right? Official names. Let's get this one. No, I'm gonna get this all that. All right, so we're gonna do this one now. We're gonna call her I don't know, Brandy? No, I can't do that to Brandy. Latisha. How do you spell Latisha? Latisha? However, man, you can spell names any way you want to spell. Latisha. Tisha, yeah. And this is forever. All right. Now, I really don't like how this is looking a little bit too crunched up. Obviously, it's because of this, though. I'm gonna tell you right away. It's because of this right here. And we need a background color before we start going anywhere. Let's go with I don't know, maybe a grade. I like dark colors, so we're gonna probably go with a grade of where's my grade? Solid. We're gonna go with a grade, a linear grade of maybe black and green, black and dark green. So make this dark green. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I know what it is. I know what I did wrong and I'm gonna fix it. You see how these images are getting affected? It's because I screwed with this thing. Normal. That's what we need. Jesus. Normal. That's why I kept on saying, yo, they don't have backgrounds. It's because I put them dark. Normal. Now that looks better. Oh my God, it was driving me crazy too. But I had to figure it out. Let's go back to the background that we were working on. So I'm changing the background of the frame. You don't have to do that. You can actually put a shape back there and do all of that thing, but I'm really just working with the frame. And the frame is what I want to work with. And we did decide to go with the linear. And we're gonna go with a green. I don't know why it keeps going away. Let's see something. Let's zoom out. We're gonna get it the way I want to get it. Maybe not a green then. See, I like that. I like that green. Maybe push it down some. You know what? Add one more. Let's make let the green stay in the middle. And then we're gonna meet the green with black. We don't really want it looking like, I don't know if I like that. Let's try red. We're changing the wrong one. But even then, right? I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see some. It's either black or nothing, man. Like, let's get rid of this color. It's either black or nothing, people. That's just how it is. I apologize. It's either black or nothing, right? Oh, I know what I was doing wrong. Why it wasn't looking the way I wanted to look. Decided to change this to a See that's not bad. And then this one as well. Pitch black. All right, that's a lot better. All right, let's start changing the color of these things now. You know, you already can't see them. Now we know what our background, and probably now you can learn from my mistake as well. Maybe you should adjust your background color first. Listen, design is how you do it. If it's a job though, and they're busting your ass and say, yo, you gotta get it done. Yo, get it done the right way. This is not obviously not a job. So I got time on it. Is it? We got time on it. So I'm saying that we should have selected everything. You see? Be more efficient in what you do. Do not take it for granted and take your little time. If you're on a team and you're expected to deliver, freaking get it done. Get it done. All right. All right, we're gonna put this maybe to 100. We said we were gonna make this a little smaller, right? Does the tile size bother you if they're like that? I think it bothers me. Maybe we should really just do everything being the same height. Because I don't know if I like everything being different. See? So we're gonna do everything being the same height. And let's brighten up these. Let's get rid of these. Actually, let's keep those. Let's keep those and move down some stuff. We are gonna delete. It's like I'm working twice, right? If I were to create a low fidelity, I would have to do it twice. So working twice really doesn't matter to me. The low fidelity, I would show it to somebody, and then I would have to. Oh, we're doing this then. Then I would have to get the feedback, and then now when the feedback comes through, either from the user, the usability test on the low fidelity, or my team, then from there we would make the high fidelity looking a lot better. My man fit perfect. My man fit perfect. I was just gonna squeeze a little bit more on the height here. Let him fill up the tile. No. I'm changing the tile height, not him. Yeah, let him fill up that tile, man. What happened here? Oh, I see. I know what happened. Huh? All right, so this too, we could change this maybe to a darker color. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do with these. Make them dark. Do they have a, no, they don't have a stroke. They can't have a stroke. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm messing up here. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I selected the words as well, which I'm not trying to change the words. I'm really trying to change the square that's around them. And we're gonna choose a darker color. Solid. And then we're gonna make it slightly transparent. We're gonna go with white with these as well. Make that white. You think that looks okay? All right. So we're gonna move this over like so. Actually, nope. Let's do that. Let me copy that out over. And then we're gonna change his name maybe to David. David Bine. David Bain. Bain. Play it well. Yeah, I'm coming. This man is this guy is pressuring me now. My son is bothering me. He said, yo, he needs his snack. All right, let me get his snack. What you say you want, kiddo? All right. I just got myself some coffee, a glass of water. This guy has his cheese, and yeah, we're both okay now. Make sure it's all right. He's all right, and I'm all right. All right, so back on the design. Now, while I stepped away, I kind of had a little vision. Man. I kind of had a little vision. I stepped away. That's a good thing too when you're doing design is to step away. Don't push yourself like you're, I gotta get it done. I gotta get. It's like, yo, sometimes you just need a break. You need to walk away a little bit and allow inspiration to take its toll on your mind. You know, that's the truth. Step away sometimes. But this is what we're gonna do. I kind of want to make my sections, you know, like it's an obvious section. Like I don't want to have anything mixed up. You again making it clear that this part belongs to this section and this part. And so what we're doing is just adding a little bit of background. Now again, I won't create a prototype from this. If you are doing this and you're creating a prototype, you may want to extend it out so that when you put that scroll, it will still, actually this wouldn't matter because it's not like this the whole screen will scroll. It's just that section that will scroll, right? Is it? Yeah, I think so. But anyways, I won't add any side scroll to this because what you would have to do is actually add a frame in this frame and just let that section, that particular frame scroll left and right. But I'm not doing all of that now. I'm really just creating a, send that to the back. And the problem we're having now is this. Make that a little wider. And we don't want it to be full-blown black, so we're gonna make it transparent again, so we can bleed a little bit of the background in there. See? You want to be able to see, but I don't want it to be so overpowering. You know, I can still see my red coming in. You see how nice that looks now? Jeez, I like that. Same goes for here. All right, and we're gonna change the image of this dude as well to someone else. Where are we? Let's try. I think we're in our fourth, right? Let's try. No, he's our fourth. Oh no. It's my guy that looks like he's a part of some sort of ritualistic cult. No, I'm kidding. I'm not like that. He looks like someone who's in The Witcher, man. I've been playing The Witcher 3, and that game is, it's probably my fourth or fifth, probably my third time playing it. I have played it in its entirety, maybe about 2 times. Like this looks like a definite album cover, though. This looks so good, right? And we're gonna call this man Maverick. Maverick DC. It's telling me Maverick is wrong. Maverick. Why can't I keep Maverick? Maverick. Anyways, that's your name. We don't care what the we're gonna put him as Dark Times. Dark Nature. That's the album. That's what the album is called. Dark Nature. Top picks. Your top picks. All right, so let's move on to another one, and we're gonna just keep doing the thing over and over. But as we go through it too, we're trying to refine. Any little thought come to mind, I try to refine it a little bit. As I look at the design as a whole, I try to refine the design. Like this could be down a bit, like so. See? So the more you design now, because you're doing your final product, you start feeling a little bit better about it. You know, you're starting to feel a little bit better about it. Let's see if we made this a little bit more transparent, if it will look good. Because I really don't want it taking too much. What's that? We put it to 45%. Put it 45% as well. See? That looks good. All right. So now we coming together. Right now it looks like a Spotify, a Google podcast. We're making it, man. We're making this happen, yo. Aren't you proud of me? All right. So that was a joke. Let's, oh, there's these things down here still. We didn't delete them. All right, let's get rid of everything. All right, everything. Did we have anything on there? What is this one? What did we put? What did we put here? Let's change that to white. See what that says. Oh, top hip hop. Top 10 hip hop. All right. Let's get rid of these as well. I can see them and those. Right? Let's do this. Let's get creative. Let's make these 45 as well. See? But what color did we choose? Because this really don't look like we chose black. Yeah, I could tell. Now you can't even see them. Let's choose 25 again. We want to be able to see them. So really and truly, we can't really choose black for this. We gotta choose something a little lighter than black. So the thing is, I don't like buttons standing out, especially with a nice little, you know, because I like it like this. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. You know, that's just a design preference when it comes to, like, if I make my buttons, like, as you can see, I did the same thing here. I didn't even put, but I put, like, when you select them, it highlights. And I like this color as well now. But we're going to leave it as so, see? We're using buttons for that. We're gonna leave it like so for now. Okay, so let's go down to the top, our top popular and trending section, and move this down as well. I kind of wanted to get a piece of that in there, man. I'm kind of upset. It looked like it's not gonna fit. Kind of wanted to leave a little bit of room for this section. You know? Let's see what we can do. We're gonna figure it out and make it happen. We still want it to look good, but we're gonna make it happen, right? I promise. Oh, I forgot to select the image. And what I mean is, I want a part of this. I want this section to be there. You know? I want to have some images peeking up. Just slightly. Just their heads. Like this. You know, just a little bit of the head peeking up. But are we really kind of... I know what I'm going to do. Let's do this. See, there's a little bit of room that we could probably crunch. Can crunch just a little bit more, and let's see what it looks like. To be honest, we don't know yet. It's not bad. It's not great though. It's not great. The spacing isn't great. Spacing isn't great. I like a little bit. I want a little bit more between them. You know, I want a little bit more between them. I'm going to change up this section. We're going to do something else. Maybe we're going to highlight a particular artist. Zina, a particular artist. So let's do this then. We're going to do our own image of my man up here. See? Let's delete this. Do an ellipse. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Didn't start the ellipse. We're going to do it. Oh, still doing it. Still not doing it, right? We can always press O, people. There's always O, all right? And We're gonna make this section for my man here that looks like a guy from a video game, like the Dark Times. Image, and let's go back to him. I think he's no, he's not that guy. He's this one. No, he's the fourth one. Is he? Yeah, here we go. And now we're gonna do this more like, and I just saw this section more like, actually let's do this instead of this, flip it around like so, put more like what's his name, Maverick, more like Maverick. No, actually let's do this X. Now it's gonna copy the whole size and everything. Maverick DC. More like Maverick DC. See? Yeah, put this close to him. Telling you, man, I'm creating Spotify. And then we're gonna put a little bit of options down here. Maybe or library or search, you know, premium, home screen, you know, stuff like we can put down there. And then what we need is probably drop in a few of these styles for the more like. And we slide them in just below this homie's profile. Oh no, what am I doing? Well, we got to make sure it fit though, you know. We got to make sure it fits. We're gonna delete that. And delete this as well. We don't need that. Put more like Maverick. And then under him now we put more. And when I say more like, I assume that it's more like albums or like artists that are like him. Yeah, it's still extending. It's nice. We're gonna have to scale this just a little bit more though. Yeah, just a little bit more. So it's not like punched up under the bottom of it. I'm not grabbing both of them. That's what's happening here. That looks better. Alright, so let's just drop in the other few images that we have here. You think my man here is more like Maverick? Probably. Who knows? Ty Blake. I'm just making up names, man. True Fantasy. So this we're gonna have to adjust this down a little bit. Not that you could see it, and it doesn't really matter because it's all black and it's so deep. Really and truly, I'm gonna just leave it right under the bottom here. Alright, we're gonna cheat it. You can't see it. And then sometimes too, a good thing is to test it on different monitors. So I have two monitors. One is like really nice with the colors. One is a little overly saturated, not saturated, overly like the highs are very high. Like white is really white, the one on the right. So sometimes when I put it over there, I say, oh, probably this is what it looks like on your monitor. You know, so you have to kind of test things. Again, you know, testing is very important. I really don't like the spacing in between these, and I may try to figure it out in a minute. Let me just slide in a couple more of these, and then we get it done. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it Oh no. Here we go. Right. That makes sense. Then we're gonna change our image now to whatever this one is. I don't know what that is. Is she more like Mavic? Yeah, she is. I don't know why they came in like this. Maybe it's just because they probably could scale the fit. See? That's why. But I really want to size it the way I want to size it. So you're gonna have to, if you like import images like this, you're gonna have to crop it. So you're gonna have to scale it the way how it looks best, right? If you want to scale it evenly, keep your finger on shift and it'll scale evenly. She is a little bit the image is a little bit sharp. Again, don't take headshots. Might not be like your perfect. Simone, Tyler. Love is gone. Don't ask me how I'm coming up with these names. We're just kind of coming up with names. I'm good with names. I'm not being funny either. I'm good with names. Like I can come up with some names sometimes. I'm like, where the hell did you get that name from? You don't want me naming your kid though. You don't want me naming your kid, man. I come up with some real weird name for your kid. Let's go back to fit. And then we can scale. This picture is pretty big enough, you know what I mean? Oh no, let's don't do that. Now we're gonna go to crop. Crop to fit, and now you're gonna scale her up a little bit more. She is kind of big in there already, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to do what we have to, right? She's pretty. But yeah, that's it. And we're gonna call. Whoa, what's this? Whoa, what's this right here? I didn't delete one of the names. All right, so and we're gonna call her Stacy. Stacy Lou. Times to remember. Time to remember. Let's make sure that's spelled, that we spelled that correctly. Spelled. All right, so that's that. We are on our way to finishing this app. All right, so the only thing I'm complaining about is really just the spacing, and we're gonna have to move up some stuff, man. We're gonna have to make it happen. You know, I want the space in a certain way, and we're gonna have to move things up to make it happen. Now we're gonna grab everything here, move it up, make it happen. Remember, we say that mobile is the most difficult one to design for. But if you get your mobile right, you are good. Believe me. And I'm gonna push this up just a little bit more. Now it's almost looking tight, but I think that works. Wow, that was challenging. We're gonna leave that, made this about, what was it, 18? By 18 maybe? I don't know. Typing too fast. Why don't we put this down at the bottom? That's a good idea. We could put the settings at the bottom, but we need some icons now, people. How are we gonna make our icons, or are we gonna just steal them? A good plugin. A good plugin is this Iconify. Right? The only thing is I really still don't understand like how to change them. Sometimes I try to make them personalized. But if you do use Figma, check out Iconify. It's sweet. We're looking for a home icon that, you know, that's suitable for what we're doing here. We could do this one or this one, either way. This one is too sharp and it's too dark as well, and I said I'm having issues changing. Let's try to import it and check it out before we even, where did it go though? It just flung it where it wanted to fling it, huh? Here it is. It's there. I just kind of flung it where it wanna. Now the problem I'm having with this is, get off my thing. Sometimes when I change these, if I don't break apart this, like if I cut it out to X, I want to cut it out of this frame that they have it in. I'm gonna paste it back. Like if I do change a fill, sometimes it doesn't work. It's like this one worked fine, and I'm happy. I am freaking happy. You still see we're having a little trouble here though, because I want my icons to be big. Now everything's crunched up. And I'm not willing to sacrifice I don't want to go down. I don't want to make it into a scroll. I really don't want to make it into a scroll because, again, I'm not going to be prototyping this. And I want, when you see the image on my portfolio, that you get it. So, yeah, we're going to have to figure out how to get them up on top here. That's just what's going to happen, right? So we have home. We have settings. We need library and search. Let's see if they have anything for library. Iconify library. Library. Yeah, this isn't bad. And a thought just came to mind too. Why am I trying my best to use icons when really and truly I'm gonna have to spell it out? Again, I don't want to assume that people know what these mean. I really want to spell it out for these people. Clear library, so I would want to put like the word library under here. Let's see what it's gonna look like. Library, our home. Let's see what it looks like. You can move them over to the right. I'm gonna be able to get them over there. So. You think that looks a little too cluttered up there? I think so. So I have a better idea. Oh, I shouldn't delete the settings. Keep the settings. A lot of people are getting associated with the settings icons. I must admit, I won't have to label that out. So go library, home. And home should be, so we go library. And I'm gonna get rid of audiobooks because let's say we don't have to create a. If I was doing it the right way, I wouldn't cheat it like this. If it's like, again, if I was creating a prototype, you could scroll up. I would put all of my icons to the bottom of my page. I'm just telling you my thought process. That's just how I would do it. That's how I would do it. Library, live. You see, that's just how I would do it. But because I'm not doing that and it's going to be a static image, we have to kind of play smart. I really don't need an audiobook because I really won't have no audiobook in here. So we're going to take that slot as well. And then we're going to have, what does it say? Library. And then the search bar. Yeah, so that's it. Home. Yep. And then we're gonna even this out. Yeah, that looks good. That actually looks really good. And then all we really need now is a search icon, which I think I can steal from one of these. This doesn't have a search icon, which is a big mistake. I need to put a search icon on that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You live and learn. Iconify. And we go search icon, search. Can't believe it's after 12 already. How long is this stream going on for? Over 2 hours. We can use any of these, to be honest. Any of these should work. We could use this one. I like this one. Import the icon. Now where to find this thing? All right, it's right here. Delete. Again, copy this out of this thing. Bam. Bam. And let's change the color to white. Now let's squeeze it in right here. That's good. And then you have to scale it. And now the thing is, I can move down a bunch of these things how we had them initially. That looks good. Now lastly, we're just gonna add a little bit of rounded edge to this 10. No, it's gonna need more than that. 10, maybe 15. Let's see what we did for this. I think we did 15 for this. Yep, 15. All right, so 15 it is. That looks nice. So that's our player. We did a whole app, which is for not just a player. It's like a whole Spotify. I like a whole music subscription platform here. I like it. Let's delete that show all as well. And let's put show all here in white. Yeah, we want show all to be there for these two. Line up with the bottom of that one. Same here. Yep, like so. Actually, we can center it. Yeah, it's fine. The only thing we need to do is make it a little bit more big. 12. I'm about to like sneeze. God. We could use it down here. Yeah, that looks decent. So that's our music player. We got that done. What I probably will do is try to break up this particular video for those who are interested in watching more of Figma. But that's that. We're gonna name this music player. Yeah. True Fantasy Law. Yeah, this looks good. So that's that, and we are done with the music player. All right. So let's look and see what else I may do with these off of. Actually, I did two. This one took a little time. The 404 was pretty easy. This was a little bit more time consuming. But that's that. Yeah. As you can see, I like dark. This was our user profile, and these are settings. Settings 1. Settings 2. And what's going to happen? I'm probably going to put all of these in one frame. Settings 3. All right, again, people, if you did come through, thank you very much. I will try to chop up this video so it's better for you to view. The lives are good though, because I can repurpose them and I can actually have a couple people come through here or there. But thank you very much. If you did come through, I appreciate your time. We will call it on this one. All right, take care.